Understand what this looks like, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
On December 8th, 2023, at approximately 2 a.m., dispatch received a call in reference to a domestic disturbance. Apparently, the boyfriend got mad when he arrived home to find a condom on the floor that wasn't his.
Man, yo, we in for another special one. Salute to my guy Cody for sending in this video. Y'all hit that like button. Let's be nosy.
I never call here like this, but it was going into the door. Hey.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
The police is here now. Do you want me to just talk to them? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all come in.
Okay.
I just want to close this.
Gotcha.
But basically,
Is he in here right now?
now he left on foot.
Okay.
What's he wearing?
Well, he don't have any shoes. His shoes is right there, but a light gray, well, a tank top, a gray tank top, and light gray sweatpants, and a big gray like puffer jacket.
Okay.
He got into a fight with me basically because I was just telling him like I didn't want to be with him anymore, or basically whatever. And this when like he just started hitting me in front of my son, and my son was crying and stuff like that. I called the police because per his terms of probation, he's not supposed to have no violent contact around me or my son. And so I called the police to like get him off of me or whatever. And then I guess when he knows I was on the phone with police, he left.
Okay.
As far as him hitting you, how did that start? You said you guys were getting in an argument about you don't want to be with him again.
Like, I'm gonna call your mom to come get you, and he was like, I'm not leaving. And so I was gonna call the police to tell them to come pick you up. That's when he tried to snatch my phone, and then he just started like basically hitting me on the bed, and my son was crying in the background.
Okay. What do you?
Man, yo, this is crazy. And again, we got another one. Remember the last video we did like this? She got the guy deleted. She got him deleted. Cheating, getting caught in the act. She damn near man, listen, looking like a whole turkey, looking like a butterball turkey, right?
Hit you at?
Like all in my everywhere, all in my face.
All in your
holding
face?
me down in the bed like this.
Okay.
I can't, yeah.
Was he like punching you, slapping you?
He was punching me.
He was punching you?
Yeah.
Where at?
Just everywhere, really holding me down in the bed like this, like trying to get me to hang up the phone.
Is it okay if he? Are you gonna ask to take pictures?
Yeah, you might have time for a couple photos.
That's fine.
While I'm doing that, can you give him or give her his information?
Yeah. His name is Anthony
Junior?
Yeah.
What's his date of birth?
1994.
Hey, I'm gonna get it straight on, okay? Sorry for trying, guys. Does he live here? No. Is that you guys share a child? Or is that his child technically? Okay, gotcha. All right. This happened with the mind if I go.
Yeah, that's fine.
What was the argument about, if you don't mind me asking?
Basically, it was about he seen me basically texting somebody else on my phone because I was asleep. So I guess he went to my phone while I was asleep.
Okay.
And that's basically how it started. You know, and I had told him, I already told you like I don't want to be with you. You know, you already know that. And yeah.
I got you.
And that's crazy because your mouth said you don't want to be with you told him that you don't want him to be with you, but your actions having him right up in your crib, able that close to get near your phone shows him other. You see, when I be talking about guys, your actions got to match what come out your mouth, or you being delusional, you being fake.
Yeah, okay. Did you invite him over?
Yeah, well, he been staying here like ever since he got out of jail, October 31st.
Okay.
But he doesn't stay here, if you get what I'm saying. Like, yeah. But he's been here since Halloween night.
Do you know where he stays at?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
With his mom.
Do you know her exact address?
It's the first apartment on the left. Once you go through that little thingy.
Do you know what his mom's name is?
Sherry.
Do you know about how old she is?
In her 50s.
In her 50s?
Yeah.
As far as everything happened, I know you're saying that you're punching everywhere. Was he saying anything or anything?
No, he was just saying like, basically like, I'm just like his ex-baby mama. Like, I guess they're like, I'm just like her. I'm like, I'm a cheater or whatever. That's it, basically.
Okay, so as you're doing that,
yeah.
and when you call police, I know that you said something about him going to jail pretty much over the phone. He was there during that point.
Yeah.
Okay, and the second time he called, when about right same time we got here, he was gone by then. So he left between those people at the time.
Yeah. So like, well, while I was on the phone with the police, not the second time she just called me back, but the first time when I first called her, let her know what happened. Towards like I was still at the last 20 seconds of the call, then that's when he knew. When he realized like you guys weren't like, and like I wasn't hanging up the phone.
Okay. What's he look like?
I have a picture.
Yeah, that was perfect then.
And what's a good phone number for you as well? While you're looking for that.
This is him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and take a photo of him just so I can.
So, and you said that your son was on the bed whenever this happened.
Yes.
How old's your son?
He's one.
He's one. What's his name?
Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah.
Is it in the back? Mind if I don't know if he gave that to dispatch or not.
So when he took off, was he like running?
Yeah, basically.
What direction did he take off from whenever he left?
So usually, I'm just gonna say usually, like if we get into an argument, he'll either go to Athens Garden or College Glen right there. He don't go far, and then he'll get the call with me. I'm
Okay.
sorry, come pick me up, that type of stuff.
Yeah. So he never goes to Clark Gardens?
He goes to Clark Garden, but it's not like that.
Okay.
So it'll be either Clark Garden, Athens Garden, or College Glen. Like it's gonna be somewhere
Around.
It ain't gonna be far. Yeah.
Okay. Does he ever go to his mama's?
That's where he like stays at when he's not here.
Okay.
So he'll definitely be there. I just don't know when.
When?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So you said he goes so either one of those three, and then he starts calling you, and then he starts saying.
He'll be like, "I'm sorry, can you come pick me up?" Stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. If he does call you back and tells you to come pick him up, call us after you hang up with him and tell us where he's at.
Okay.
And we can go pick him up.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming out.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for calling.
As far as him putting his hand around your throat, how exactly did that occur? Did you happen to lose consciousness, or was it just pressure?
I mean, like it was pressure. I did kind of feel like it's like a sense of, hey, I don't know if you've ever like kind of like got dizzy and just felt starry or.
Is it okay if we look at your throat?
Like it just felt, like I kind of lost it for a second, but I was just.
For a second?
I got that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Is it okay if you turn your head
yeah.
to the side? Yeah.
Was he scratching it too?
yeah. Because I was trying to like while he was doing that, I was like he had my phone like this when I was calling. I was basically trying to like reach for my phone.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a, like a yeah, basically.
Okay.
Did he at any point, was it like with his right hand or his left hand that he strangled you with? Do you know?
This was my phone was in his right hand. This was his left hand.
His left
it was
hand?
like this, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically. Because then he had my phone like up like this away from the bed, like you're not getting it tight, like
trying to hold it away from you. Okay. And you said that you lost consciousness for a second.
Kind of for a minute, like I kind of felt like kind of dizzy, but then I just snapped back.
Okay.
Do you think that was directly because of them?
Yeah, because I kind of like then I just jumped up kind of.
How much pressure was he putting on there? Were you able to breathe at any point, or?
Like I kind of felt suffocated.
Okay.
So I mean, kind of not really.
Did he say at any point in time when he was doing that he was gonna kill you, or just?
No.
No. Was he saying anything at all whenever he was strangling you?
He was just saying like I'm just like his ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
And stuff like that. And I was like, okay, well just go. I'm not leaving. This stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But he never said, like I'm gonna do everything. No.
Do you know maybe if there's a reason why he stopped?
Like why he stopped doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Because he knows on his probation sheet he's not supposed to have violent contact with me. So
Okay.
I guess he feel like he was gonna go to jail.
Okay.
Because it's not his first rodeo with me.
How much history you guys have together?
Huh?
How much violent history you guys have together?
Well, we've been together since 4 years, and he's probably been in jail about 7 to 8 times out of 4 years.
Okay, because of you two.
Yeah. He just got out of jail. He went to jail June 29th of this year, and he just got out October 31st.
Yeah, it's making sense to me now. It's starting to make sense. I know it wasn't a quality dude. And ladies, you got to get with quality men. You can't settle for what you settle for because it won't do no work on yourself now. I knew she wasn't going to describe a quality man that just went in there and did this to her after being caught. And now, ma'am, another thing. How you feel you could just break up a family? You have a kid with that man because if you've been with him for 4 years and that baby there is 1 year old, the math is mathing. So how you figure you could just up and break? This is the problem. This is that single mama culture that get glorified in our community, bro. Sitting there looking crazy, goofy.
What were the charges? Do you know?
Yeah, it was like possession of cocaine, kidnapping. He kidnapped me and my son. He wouldn't let us out the car. I had to text 911. They was able to locate us in the car, and then he choked me then and like so like he's not getting out the car. He's not leaving. So it was like kidnapping, probation violation. It was like possession of cocaine, obstruction of law because he's gonna run.
Yeah.
It was that type of stuff.
Did you feel when he was strangling you at any point that he was maybe gonna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I heard it. I was already really trying to call you guys before it got to that point. And then when it got to that point, that's when he like took my phone. You know,
So
I realized.
He took your phone as he was doing that.
Yes,
And I know you said he was holding it away like that.
Yeah. So I was like, we were still arguing, like just verbal.
Mhm.
And so I was sitting on the bed. And so I put the phone on speakerphone. So when he realized I was actually, I really put the phone on speakerphone in case I was thinking that he might just leave.
Mhm.
So he'll know, like, I'm really on the phone with the police. So when he realized I was on the phone with you guys, that's when he came over to the bed and like pushed me down and started choking me and like hitting me and stuff and holding my phone back like you're not.
Yeah. And that was on the phone, or
That was on the phone.
that was on the phone with 911?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
And she was like, "Man, I can't hear you. I can't hear you." And then he hung up the phone actually, and she called me back from like the 613 number.
Okay.
So she had to call me back because he didn't have my phone. Well, he had my phone at first, like he was going to leave with it when he was leaving, and then he threw it back, like as he was going out the door.
Okay.
And I picked him up because, of course, he was crying. So I came to him, and then right just before you guys came to the door, that's who I was on the phone with. She was calling back.
Okay. And he was on the bed the entire time this happened?
Yeah, he was asleep.
So for all of it?
Yes.
Do you know, and like obviously you said he was crying at the end, do you know if he witnessed any of it?
I mean, yeah, but he's a baby, but he was sitting up crying. Like, when you're arguing, the baby start crying, they kind of
they know something's wrong.
Something's wrong, yeah.
Okay.
So
we'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab you a pamphlet. I'm sure you've seen them. I have to by law explain it again. So
yeah,
I'll be right back with that. Okay.
Okay.
Even though she's been through this before, officers have to explain and provide her a Victim's Bill of Rights pamphlet. The officers left, and about an hour later, dispatch received a text from her, letting them know that her boyfriend returned. This is how that went.
Ooh, boy gonna walk right into the trap. See, this is that emotional man stuff right here that we talk about. Addicted to the nasty. Addicted.
Clark County Police Department. Make yourself known. Okay, dude, get over there. Get over here. Get over here. Put your hands behind your back.
You don't have anything on you? No. All right.
Aggravated assault. Yep.
You know, man. Don't be doing this.
No, you just threw all these drugs on the floor in front of my son. Yes, he is. He just threw them on the floor.
That's his?
Yeah.
So you'll put it on the couch right there.
So you get to get you out.
We're 1095.
I ain't getting it.
You didn't do nothing? Okay. They had those bruises through her neck.
If you look at them old bruises.
The old bruises? What did they get on her neck then?
She broke out on her necklace.
Okay.
I swear to God. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay. Well, you can argue about it in court.
Baby, can you tell them what?
Hey, dude, I'll speak to you once I read you Miranda and everything, okay?
In my room floor. They're my children.
There we go.
Yeah, they know they're yours.
No, I swear I ain't got a drug charge in my
Alright,
life.
come on. Yeah.
We're going downstairs.
They know you. Bye.
I ain't got no drug charge.
We'll be back in a second.
Okay.
I can show y'all my hand. I walked away because she started arguing about Cause I found a condom wrapper on the floor.
Mhm.
If you go in there, you can see a condom wrapper on the floor.
Okay.
So I left because I know what type of girl she is.
That's
Hold
fine.
on. We're gonna put you right here,
Okay.
and we're gonna pat you down really quick. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You got anything on you that's gonna stick us, poke us, or hurt us?
I got a vape and I got $10, my ID. I found the condom wrapper on the floor.
Okay.
So my PO said we got no violent contact. So that's why I left.
That's why you left.
Yes, ma'am. I swear to God, that's why I left.
Okay.
I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't touch her, none of that. So I thought she'll cool down, right? So I came back to the house. If I did all this, why would you let me back in the house?
So she let you back in the house?
I was in the house.
Oh, well, obviously you're in the house. So I gotta read you. So we're gonna go inside just because it's a little warmer. Okay.
Because it's cold outside. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? How can I do an aggravated? So you let me back in the house. I left.
I'll explain everything.
I'm gonna go grab.
Yeah, go grab all that. See how it's even there.
I know. I already know what it is.
I got you. I just have to read it because I have to. Okay.
But you can tell me that though.
Hmm?
If I aggravate somebody, why you let me back in the house?
I don't know. So you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
Yes, sir.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
So you got let back in the house.
yes, sir.
So how'd that happen?
I left because I didn't want to get in no trouble, sir.
Mhm.
You feel what I'm saying? I left because I didn't want to get in no trouble.
Okay.
That's the only way I left. She didn't tell me she would call the police and nothing. I just left on my own.
Okay.
Okay, so if I aggravated something, why you let me back in the house?
Oh, did you go back up, knock, and kind of just go in from there?
Yes, sir. I knocked on the door. She let me back on in the house.
Huh? What'd she say? You should say, hey, like,
She was like, the condom wrapper. Okay, if you go in the house, you can see a condom.
yeah, I saw the condom wrapper when I was first in there.
Okay, so I'm like, who condom wrapper this is? Because we in a relationship, so who condom wrapper this is? Because we don't use condoms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, who condom wrapper this is? Oh, get out. I'm finna go because my PO said I can't have no violent contact with you.
Mhm.
I already know that from the jump. So I left. You know what I'm saying? I left. I went walking up the street. Boom. I went up there. I went to the top of there. I sat down just to get her time to cool off. I just sat down.
Where exactly did you sit down at?
Right there by the pool.
Over by the pool. Did you see us driving back and forth?
No, so you can't see the road where the pool.
Ah, okay. I gotcha.
I was inside there with the pool was.
Okay.
There. I'm like, we were like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna go back to the house and see if she okay. Well, I come back to the house, knock on the door. I'm like, baby, you calm down. She was like, come on in. I come in the house.
Mhm.
So I'm not lying to you, none of this stuff. I'm like, my name Anthony, like false name.
No, I know. I've seen your photo. I was looking at it just to make sure it was you.
Because I don't have a charge on her before, right?
Mm-hmm. You guys have had some history,
yes,
to say the least. I know that was that one kidnapping thing. Did you get convicted, or what happened with that one?
She knew that she called and made a false statement, so she went to court and wrote an affidavit and all that stuff just to get me out. She do this type of stuff like when she feel like I'm gonna leave her. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna leave her, she feel like, oh, I'm gonna get you locked up because I know what kind of situation you're in. You're on probation. Who I know I can call, but you on probation.
Yeah.
You almost like aggravated assault you. I didn't.
And this is why they mess with those type of men, because they don't have the skills, the communication skills, that is, to know how to speak and communicate in a relationship. And they can't manage their emotions enough to know how to deal and maintain in a relationship, to communicate in a relationship. So they pick these guys because they sick the police on them so that they could control them. That's how they get them to do whatever they want. That's how they communicate with their man. So this is the only quality of man they could pick, because their self-improvement, the self-care you put in on you reflect your partner and the partner you choose.
If you look at her neck, if you go there and look at her neck right now, doing an old scratches from when her necklace broke out because she can't wear certain type of jewelry, so it broke out.
Yeah.
But it ain't no scars,
So,
like nail scars.
I'll explain the way it is now because I found probable cause up there. So she was explaining pretty much that you were attacking her. You know, you guys got into an argument about her wanting to leave you, apparently. I don't know. As I said, I'm just relaying what she said, right? So this is where I'm giving you my reasoning on why you're in handcuffs right now, right? And, you know, it being family violence, I'm sure you've been explained, hey, I have to make an arrest if I find probable cause, right? There are marks around her neck and on her face. She is accusing you of strangling her or putting your hand around her neck. There's marks around her neck that would indicate that someone's hand was around her neck. And then there's also, she said that you hit her a couple times on the face, right? So all that being said to me, you're not on scene. You apparently left. There's a phone call that I was about to listen to before I went on here. So I'll see where that goes to.
See, that's what I said. She didn't make no phone call while I was here. I left because she started. If you look at my hand.
Okay. So she never made a phone call whenever you went at all during the time you guys were together. Okay. So she never made a phone call.
Cause I left. Cause I was like, okay, she started. If you ask, you can ask all my folks. You can ask her folks. She's real yellow. If I was to put my hand on her, she'd be, cause we got more strength. You know what I'm saying? If I was able to put my hand on her, it would be worse. You know what I'm saying? But I did not put my hand on her, so I swear to God. If that's the case, why you let me back in the house, sir, if I put my hand on you?
I think she was just trying to get you back in the house, so this would happen, pretty much. Because we told her, if you come back, give us a call, even if you're not.
I've been there for a minute.
How long were you in there for?
Well, 20 minutes now.
20 minutes? Okay. Because she ended up texting. It wasn't a call.
Sir, I promise you, on my daughter's grave, sir. I mean, I haven't touched her. If you go in there and look at the marks, right on the mark, them some old marks on her necklace, sir. I swear to God, I never touched her. This is my dead sister, my dead daughter. I never touched her at all. I swear to God.
The way it looks is that
she just. I had a kidnapping, aggravated assault, theft by motor vehicle on her. Right? She knew I didn't do it, so she just did that because she knew I was gonna leave. So she made a call she came to my lawyer, to the DA office, and she wrote an affidavit telling us, oh yeah, he didn't do that. I just did it out of anger. And they let me out. That's how I beat my charges. That kidnapping and stuff. She do this type of stuff to get me locked up because she knows if I'm not locked up and I'm out, I can go be with another girl. And she don't
so what about the baggies of, what was it, weed?
Yeah.
Weed. So what about, are they yours? Obviously. I mean, what are they for?
For smoking.
For smoking, just for you, or how are they tagged?
So what's with the scale as well?
See, the scale, I had felt the scale.
Okay. So you do understand what this looks like, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you do understand that right now we can charge you with possession with intent to distribute, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you want to explain to me why you really have this?
The badge came out of her house.
Okay.
Boom. So I had the weed, right? So I was smoking the weed, but my friend wanted to buy some. So I was going.
So your friend wanted to buy some?
Yes, sir. So I was,
okay. How many friends wanted to buy some?
No, them right there came from the kitchen. My little son, if you look in the refrigerator, my son upstairs, he get animal crackers and grapes.
Okay. So you keep your son's snack baggies with your marijuana?
No, ma'am. I had just picked it up because I was gonna give friends some weed, but I smoked.
You do realize how that just does not make sense, right? Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting, but little small baggies here, right?
Yes, sir.
Sorry for touching with that.
But look how much weed.
Yeah. But I mean, you got to realize you got a scale, right? You just told me that your friend wanted to buy some, and you have all these little baggies that would realistically fit a small amount of, what is this, weed?
Yes,
is it like good weed or is it bad weed? Because that looks awful, man.
Bad weed. Yeah, I saw the color, but I said, oh my God, what is he smoking?
That's what I'm saying. See, that's not that. Like, he just wants weed because he wants to smoke. But that's what I was smoking. You know, good weed.
Yeah.
Where are you getting it from?
Huh?
Where are you getting it from?
Hampton Garden.
Hampton Garden.
You know it's bad when the police make fun of your Reggie. When they make fun of your yard, your block work, as we call it, that's when you know you doing bad. You down bad, bro. And again, his level of self-improvement gonna match the female that's for him. So they're match made in heaven. I don't know why she want to cheat on him.
Who'd you get from an Athens Gardens?
Prince.
Prince? What's his full name?
What
you don't know his full name?
He tall.
You know where they usually stay, or is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I mean, we're pretty much the only ones who, no one's gonna hear you doing anything. But that right there is.
Okay, his name is Prince. And what's his girlfriend's name again?
If you want to talk to him about that, See what you can get, and I'm gonna go talk to girlfriend, and we'll go from there. You talk to her real quick.
Because I swear to God,
Clark County. Hey, sorry for interrupting again. Just have to talk again for the. Where were they?
He threw him on the side of the bed, and then that's when y'all flashed the light. He threw him on the side of the bed, and then that's when I came out with him. You know.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about the gun. I apologize. I came up and he's like, "You need help." I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
We've been waiting.
I told you, I was like, I knew he was gonna come back. Whole time he said he was at the top of the neighborhood.
That's what he was saying, yeah, to me as well. How long was he here for before you texted?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay.
5 minutes. Like, then I started texting, and I was like, because I couldn't call, of course, because he
would have known.
He would have left. Yeah.
Okay.
5 minutes, then he just threw.
Okay. So yeah, you knocked on the door, you let him in, and then it was pretty much just to see if he would.
Yeah.
He needs to be caught at that point, right?
Yeah, I was like, what is it? And at first he was like, I just want to get my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, you can get your shoes, and then that's when he made his way to the bed or whatever.
Okay.
I need to log out of Facebook on the tablet and
started doing all that stuff.
when
Okay.
y'all shined the light, that's when he threw it right there at the door, like on the edge of the bed. And then that's when I came right out with him.
And that's where we were at that point.
Yeah.
You came out. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
y'all was right there.
All right, sounds good.
And I was like, the police already been in there.
Yeah, because I did walk in there and I didn't see that.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's his. I don't have a scale now. Just come on.
Yeah.
And if you look back at, it's his. It's his.
Yeah, and he's saying it's his. We're just
he
trying.
did say it was his.
Yeah, we're trying to get the information out of him to see if we can get anything out of it. But he's saying something about the last case that you guys had with the kidnapping was dropped or something. Did you happen to drop it?
I don't know. For what I don't know that it was dropped. I know that they were trying to give him 8 years or something, and they worked out. His lawyer and the DA worked out a plan. You know how they keep me in the loop because I'm the. That's all I know. But it was not dropped.
Okay. So
He's still on probation.
So I think
they gave him more probation. He did time. They gave him more probation, and he had to go to like DRC. He has to do classes every day.
Yeah.
So it most definitely wasn't dropped.
Yeah.
He just didn't go to prison.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay. I gotcha. Was there anything else? Did he say anything when he was coming in, or he just wanted his shoes?
He just claimed he wanted his shoes. And I was
but then he went in.
Shoes, and then that's when he went in there. Oh, I need to log out of Facebook on the tablet and started talking. Well, I want to stay here, and then I kind of figured that he was trying to take off his jacket. I was like, okay, he think he's staying.
Yeah.
So that's when I started texting because obviously I couldn't call. He left.
Yeah, I know he said you guys got. So the only thing he's leading on is that he never hit you, but he's also saying you guys got into an argument about like a condom or something like that.
Yeah, he's saying that the condom that he found in the bathroom was not for me and him.
Yeah, but you guys are, and that stemmed from probably you guys. Hey, I don't want to be with you anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically just mad and all at the same time.
Okay, absolutely. Well, I appreciate it. Was there anything else that he might have dropped in here?
No, well, she looked. So she got his shoes too.
Okay.
I gave her all his, so she has everything.
Okay, absolutely. I just had to come by and make sure.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
That's why she said when y'all put handcuffs on me, she like, oh now see your bitch get you out. I said this all this about. Okay, when I called her up before, I left her and started going with another girl. She came on and keyed the girl call. I can get you to call the girl, and she girl made a report and everything. Like, this is the type of stuff she do, sir. Like,
I got you, but you guys have a domestic violence relationship. You guys share the same child. I legally have to. If I find probable cause for stuff, I have to do it. It's not something. It's aggravated assault via strangulation. So that's something that is new, pretty much within the past couple of years, right?
I never touched this, sir.
I understand that you're saying that, and that's going to go in my report. Your entire story is going in my report, man. It just with the physical evidence I have, as well as everything else, I have to. There's not much I can do. I wish I could help you because you've been helping us.
I swear.
You've been chill with me. You didn't put up a fight. You didn't run for me, and I'm pretty sure you run.
I didn't run from because I knew I didn't do nothing.
Yeah. And we were in a building. Anyways.
No, it wasn't even that because like I just know I didn't do nothing this time. Like I came back to the house. I said, "Baby, you cool? You calm down? You ready to talk?" She said, "Yeah, come on in." Come on in and talk. This on my sister grade, my daughter grade. I never put my hand on her, sir. I swear to God, I never put my hand on her.
I got you. As I said, man, your entire story is going in my report. I'm just, you already pretty much told me I can't work with you on a state charge like this, man. The only thing that we can work on is the intent to distribute. That's the only thing that's not a family violence charge. And rather, I'd honestly rather not charge you with it because that's something we can work with each other on, right?
I can
But this, I can't do anything. I know you're pleading, but I literally cannot. Like if I do, I'm in trouble. I get held liable. I get fired. I lose my job.
If you go, can you go talk to them, just say like, actually like,
No,
I got somewhere to, like, I got somewhere to
I understand you got somewhere to go, man, but I can't do that, dude. You're being cool with me. I'm trying to be cool with you. It's just I with this, I can't do anything, man. Yes, it's on, dude. I'm not gonna do anything. I don't like I. Enough of that. Okay, I'm at where I'm at. I have what I have. The only thing we can even do anything about is the weed. That's all I can help you out with. Take it for granted you help us out, right? So
you talk to her.
I already have. If I go back there, right? So think about this. So if I go back there, I already have her testimony on camera and everything. Correct. I go back there, and on top of this, being me just being just a lying asshole, right? If I were to go do what you're wanting to do, I violate my oath as an officer. I lose all my integrity because then I'm a lying piece of shit, right? Sorry for language. So I go back in there. I say, hey, what actually happened? Or do you really want to press charges? And she's like, oh, wait, maybe not because, domestic violence. Clearly there's some feelings behind there. And the way domestic violence works is it's a circle of violence. I'm sure you've heard of it. I'm sure she's heard of it. It's a literal circle of violence.
Yeah, because come on, it's a whole child. I wouldn't even, come on.
Well, regardless of the child there, the physical evidence is there, right? You're saying one thing, she's saying one thing, but she also has the injuries to really prove that happened to her face.
I know,
as well as I was in the time, listening to a 911 call where apparently she's on the phone. She's saying, you're going to go to the police, and then they hear a male in the background. So if I hear something on there and it absolves you of everything, at that point, I mean, bring it to the court, right? But as far as right now, I don't have everything's pointing towards you, man. Towards what her story is, correct.
I don't even know why. So like, say like.
And I get why you left. I'm not blaming you on why you left. You're saying, hey, look, if I'm listening to your story correctly, clear my head, fights going on or arguments going on, right? So you leave, right?
It's gonna be an argument, so I leave.
Exactly. But the way she's describing it is that all this, is happening and all that, hey, look, we got into a fight. I called the police. He started attacking me. And in one of the phone calls, it's hung up just randomly.
Cause if it hung up, like she playing that type of.
What she said was that you hung it up. So
no.
As I said, I'm gonna be listening to the phone calls. I'm gonna make sure I listen to everything. I have your statement. I have her statement. There's not much I can do on the state charges, man, or at least the family violence charges. Like we can help you out on the weed and everything, and see what we can do.
Cause she knows she's got caught up. Because it's a condom wrapper.
Man, she said the same thing. That's how this argument stems from. There's a condom wrapper, man.
Yeah, she got caught up.
And even I went in there and I looked, because I wanted to make sure you weren't in there the very first time. I saw the condom wrapper. I'm like, that's a little weird, but I didn't think of anything. As I said, that's not something I can really. That's something you have to find in court. I right now I have everything I need, or all the probable cause that is pointing towards you and the charges that I have against you, man. But as far as the weed thing, I mean, that's something you have to talk to her about to see if you can get that gone.
All right, so do you mind muting your camera?
I'll just walk somewhere else.
The suspect was booked for aggravated assault, battery, family violence, and interfering with an emergency call for service. On June 12th, 2024, the suspect pled guilty to all 3 charges. He was sentenced to 13 years of probation and was also ordered to pay $100 in fees.
Man, and that's what he get, yo. You play games, you play silly games, you win silly prizes. And when you're not trying to self-improve, guys, like the right way, you got to go into a zone where you don't need a female. You're not dependent on these women, fellas. And ladies too. You ladies, we got everybody. It's our duty as a person to make sure we are right. We worry about everybody else. We call ourselves helping everybody else. We got to help ourselves first, guys. We got to help ourselves first. Understand, yo. This right here is that struggle shit. That struggle relationship, that toxic relationship. And they going to be right back together. He going to get her come up and he going to go sugar her up and they're going to be right back together. Now, ain't aside from the fact that, fellas, I tell you like I tell ladies, you do not get the right to put your hands on somebody just because they cheated on you, bro. You got to manage your emotions. And he a fool because why did you go back, sir? Seeing the condom was enough to tell you you got to go. That condom was a shit test, and if you failed it. So the next thing is you gonna walk in there and see her blow. She gonna be sucking a golf ball through a straw. And you gonna walk in on that because why you didn't leave when you were supposed to. So now she know you used to handling disrespect, and you got to work on self, guys. But I done rambled enough, y'all. Y'all like, share, subscribe if you new over here. Also check out the 2 videos that's gonna pop up on your screen. One is a playlist so you can binge watch the great content over here, and the other is this morning's video. I'll see you guys later.